Hey yo, my name is Aaron Hill. I'm on YouTube. I'm hosting a show called Hold Still and Follow Me. You know, what's that mean? It means stop what you're thinking for a minute and listen to me. Because I got something to say. I studied a lot of different things and came to understand something profound about myself, in which I discovered the key to overcoming anything. And in overcoming this, and discovering how to overcome this, I opened up a doorway. And this doorway led to new revelations about myself and the people in my life. But the way these revelations came about was through pain and heartache and hardship. And these people, many of them tried to destroy me. Many of them tried to take me under. Many of them tried to treat me as if I had no worth. And I believe that there's a lot of people out there like this, that people are just trying to take advantage of them and treat them like they have no worth. There are people that have gone through incredibly hard things in their childhood and in their past, and they grow up and they don't develop correctly. And then they decide that what they want to do is they want to hurt others, and they confuse themselves into thinking that they are victims. Yes, at one time they may have been, but now they are not the victim, but they create them. They create them in such a way, such a meticulous and malicious and manipulative and deceptive and discerning, disconcerting way, is what I meant to say, that they will destroy an individual from the inside out instead of destroying a person from the outside. Many relationships happen this way. And I'm sorry to say, and with deep regret, that many women today in society are self-destructive and dysfunctional. And many men as well. My personal experience, though, has been with some females who are in such pain from whatever has gone on in their life, from the men in their life, growing up, that they decided to find any man, especially one that's innocent or appears innocent or appears of high value, and try to destroy or devour that individual. And they do this with pride and joy. And they blame that person, although they are the ones that are doing things sneaky and deceptive, dishonest and unfaithful. The transparency that they incorporate into their whole being is a paradox. But you can learn. I'm speaking to the men of integrity who have gotten their hearts ripped out of their chests by women who don't know what they want and don't know where they're going, and have decided to live in the past and have decided to blame everyone for the things that have gone wrong in their life. Totally self-destructive. And sometimes you can't see them coming because they are beautiful on the outside. But if you look closely, you can see on the inside what is there. And many times, there's nothing really there. Nothing really there. You open up the cover of the book, the outside looks beautiful. And on the inside, there are rips and shreds, almost like as if a Wolverine sliced the pages on the inside. So what do you do when you find this? Well, you have to be an individual who knows yourself, knows where you're going, and is trying to live your purpose in life. Because otherwise, if you become a victim of the flesh, susceptible to um, the material desires, the desires of the material world, to the point where you can't really control yourself, or if you have a codependency or something like that, oh, they coming to get you. They coming to get you. And then I'm not claiming that all women are of this caliber. And I'm not claiming that there are no men of this caliber. That definitely are. But I'm speaking about my personal experience. So you have to forgive me if you take this personal and think that this is an attack on women, because this is not. As an evolved Scorpio man with Sagittarius tendencies, I will speak my mind with passion and not be concerned about who hears it, except those that think they can get something out of what I'm saying. The bottom line is, live your life with integrity. Be a man that has something to offer to the world. Be a man that understands that we are here for a higher purpose. Be a man that dares to live that higher purpose, that dares to seek that out. And you will find that you will run into the woman. You will run into the women that are way different than the ones I'm speaking of today. But if you find that you run into these women, these people, these human beings that have been so scorned and so hurt that they will try to destroy you if you don't give them what they want, which is you many times. More specifically, your soul. They want your soul. But not only yours, but as many as they can get. I'm speaking about a specific type of woman. And I can even go as far as speak about a specific type of man. Let me explain to you some of the characteristics of these people, these men and women which I speak of. I'm going to include men because I've had the experience of that as well. It was just more with women because that's the relationships I sought. But in actuality, this has not a gender. They speak very quickly whenever you approach the truth of something that they do not want to be revealed. And their quick speech is magnified by the fact that they do not follow where your conversation is leading. They will lead you in another direction. And they may go as far as using crying, tears. They will raise their voice. They will run over you verbally to the point where you feel like you cannot get a word in. When you are trying to correct an error that they are saying with speaking so fast, they won't hear you because they don't want to hear you, because these are very intelligent people. When they want to hear something, oh, they stop and listen. But when they don't want to hear something, it's purposely done. And they will talk fast, talk fast, talk fast, and talk you in a circle. And they will hurt your brain with this conversation. It will be loud. It will be stinging. It will be insulting. It will be a lack of responsibility in it. It will be them being the victim. They will attack you verbally, call you names, talk about you behind your back, all these different type of things in order to try to control you in some way. Subdue you, stop you from rising above them, stop you from having anything other than what they want you to have. And when they are confronted and they have to stop and they'll say, huh? What? And they'll repeat what you said to them, because what they're doing is they're trying to buy time so that they can plan something to say. That's why they'll repeat what you said when you accuse them of something, speaking specifically about accusing them of something. And then they'll go off on these long stories into some sort of history that has nothing to do with the question at hand, but seems to. And another thing that they do, and this is a tell, they will do the same strategies over and over again. They'll do the same strategies over and over again, expecting that you will believe it. Because 9 times out of 10, this has worked with the majority of people. And another thing they do is open their eyes up real wide. Because when they open their eyes up real wide, you can't see them go to the left or right. It's very difficult to detect if they're lying. When you open up your eyes like this, it gives you more control over where your eyes go. You can actually stare a person in the eye and be lying and not look away because you're like this. You know what I'm saying? And it takes some concentration, but when you do it, I'm not lying. Do I look like I'm lying? And it'd be a straight up lie. These are professionals. They are professionals and they know how to keep a secret. And they will keep their secrets from you. And don't let it be a long distance relationship. Oh no. That will definitely be a red flag for you. Once you detect that they have this type of speech, and this is a long distance relationship, you can guarantee they have other people. And they will never tell you because they don't expect you ever to find out because they live 40 miles away from you. What do they have to lose? And if they do lose, well, you live so far away from them. You know? Many of them have money. Many of them are successful financially. And many of them have multiple baby fathers. They might have 3 or 4 baby fathers. And they're connected to 3 or 4 different men that are constantly in their lives. They will never not be in their lives. This is another red flag. When you have that many, when you're a woman and you have that many baby fathers, that many men connected to you, it's going to be a shit show. It's going to be a circus. It's going to be a very difficult thing for a man of integrity to come in there and accept this person and embrace this person. It's going to be very difficult. And 9 times out of 10, they have so many responsibilities and so much things going on that you will never have a 50-50 relationship with them. It'd be more like 90-10. 90-10 in the emotional sense. Now, they may provide some type of material things for you, but they will be breadcrumbs materially. Because 9 times out of 10, a woman who has this speech and this attitude and has multiple baby fathers and is financially secure, they are giving materially to others as well. Because they already feel disadvantaged, like they're not going to find a man. But let them be very attractive too. Oh my goodness. They'll feel like, well, why do I need to settle down? Is there not enough evidence in the fact that they have these many babies' fathers? Now, as far as the men are concerned, these men, well, I'll tell you this. Be careful of a dysfunctional Leo of the zodiac sign. Someone with Leo as their sign who seems to be like maybe from the streets and seems to be over emotional, dysfunctional, done got it all together, money not right. Be careful of these individuals because these individuals are most likely narcissists. Narcissists are people that cannot, will not, and don't want to take responsibility for anything that they've done to anyone. From time to time, if you're smart enough, you may get them to admit certain things, but never everything, and never for long. They will renege on the things that they've admitted and treat you as if they've never said those things and let you be upset and do something against them in retaliation. Well, they will always bring up what you've done and they will always act like they've never done anything. These individuals are extremely dangerous because they have this entitlement. A dysfunctional Leo feels entitled. They think they're better than people. And they will treat you as if you are less than them. And they will let you know just what they think of you. And 9 times out of 10, it won't be the truth. But they don't care. They may know it's not the truth. Their intention is to subdue you, put you in your place. That's their intention. It is a control mechanism. It is the thing in which they use in order to crush your confidence identity. And also be careful of Aries, men and women, who are dysfunctional, seem to have their life is in shambles, or they have, you'll be able to tell. They ain't got it all together. They'll be pathological liars. They'll be cheaters, but they'll be likable. So you'll want to come towards them. Sex will be very good, but they will be giving to others. There will be another with them. And you may not be the first or the first option. You're definitely not going to be the only one. And you're definitely not going to know who they are because they're going to lie to you about pretty much everything. Aries men and women who are dysfunctional, who are not really that successful emotionally, because materially, Aries will be very, very successful. They'll be popular, but they will be liars. So be careful of that as well. And just watch for that fast speech that runs over you, where you feel like you can't get a word in edgewise. And no matter how many times you tell them, please don't cut me off. Let's take our time talking with each other. If they're in an emotional state, they will pay you no mind. And I mean, cancers. Cancers are an example of these people. A dysfunctional cancer, whether man or woman, will be extremely controlling and extremely manipulative. They will look through your things. They will spy on you. They will be in your money records. They will get into anything. They will take things from you and then bring them back just to let you know that they can take them. This is a dysfunctional cancer zodiac sign. So be careful of that. And they're very emotional, so they have the ability to make you think that they want to help and they want to nurture all the time. But they get something out of that for themselves. A lot of times it is to appease some guilt and make them feel better about the messed up things that they've done. But on the surface, people will only see, oh, this person gives to charity. Oh, this person gave this person this money. Oh, this person helps this person out. No, they have an agenda. They always have an agenda. A dysfunctional cancer has an agenda. And they can be very manipulative liars. The type of liars that will give you pieces of the truth but omit certain things so that you can't really tell if they're lying or not. They're very good. Very good. Might even be better than an Aries. An Aries will just straight flat out lie. But a Cancer will mix the truth with the lie. A Cancer will omit certain things that you need to know, certain information. So you want to help someone and you care about them and they're telling you about their story and they're telling you what their problem is. And so you give them this advice and everything. And then you see them months down the line or weeks down the line or whatever, and you wonder why they never took your advice. Because you gave them the wrong advice. Why? Because they never gave you the real story so you could give them the right advice. They never gave you everything. They won't. Not a dysfunctional Cancer. Someone who's not mentally healthy. They will not give you the entire story. Aries, they will not give you the entire story. These people will talk fast. They will use anger to manipulate you and make you feel less than or to throw you off their scent. They're hunters. Aries and Leo are hunters. They live for the hunt. When the hunt is over, they don't care anymore. They only live for the hunt. And they're like cats chasing the red light. After a while, if they feel like they can't get the red light, they'll give up. They'll give up. They get tired. But just like the cat, when they give up, they'll get depressed and they'll feel like you've done something to them. And they will tell people that you've done something to them, especially if they have cancer in their chart anywhere. And they'll, oh, it was me. I can't believe what they did to me. Do you know what they did to me? And they'll go and they'll tell people and they'll cry and they'll seek sympathy because they want to live their lives like a victim. A dysfunctional cancer wants to be recognized as a victim in the world, when in actuality they're not. This is a tactic for them to get people on their side. This is a tactic for them to be liked. So these are a couple of things, to look out for. I didn't really have a specific lane in which I was traveling in this conversation, but I just wanted to share certain things because these are individuals that I've dealt with. So I know these things very well, these signs and the characteristics of these individuals. There's a lot of people that don't believe in these signs and stuff like that, but you check it out and you might learn something or find something out that you didn't know before. Why not? Because if it can help you to understand a certain person or an individual, then you need to use that to protect yourself. If this can help you protect yourself and identify toxic people that are trying to take something from you, excuse me, then you need to go ahead and find out. And do not limit the tools which you can use in order for you to be successful in this life. A great man once said, inasmuch as you use the tools that are made available for you, do more and better tools be made available for you to use. Now, I probably didn't say it exactly the way it was said, but I'm sure you get the understanding. Inasmuch as you make use of the tools that are before you, do more and better tools be made available for you. So you use those things that are available to you. This video might be one of those things, and you will find that more things will be made available for you. Be grateful for what you have. Stop worrying about what you don't have. Put into your mind the things that will allow you to feel good about yourself. And stop thinking so much about the things that make you feel bad about yourself. Never say that someone makes you feel a certain way. People cause triggers in you, but it is your choice to react. It is your choice to respond. It is your choice how you respond. Everyone's not evil and everyone's not bad. Many people do not deserve the things in which you're trying to do to them. Don't do it. Be a better person. Be a bigger person. Forgive people, because forgiveness clears out negative energy from you, so you don't take that into your next relationship. So you don't take that to your children. So you don't take that to your friends. So you don't take that to your loved ones. Not forgiving someone who has done something wrong to you means you will hold on to that, and it'll become a black stain on your heart. So when you want to give your heart to someone, you will be giving your heart with a black stain on it to someone. So you'll be giving that stain to someone. And they'll feel it if they love you. And they'll say things like, something ain't right. What's really wrong? What's going on with you? Why do you do this? Why do you feel this way? Why do you act this way? Why? And they'll say these things, but they don't mean no harm. They say these things because they're concerned, because they sense something just ain't right. And for those of you that don't want to be better people, for those of you that feel like you are justified in everything you've done, but deep down you know that you've done wrong to someone, may God have mercy on you. May God have mercy on you. And may the rest of the world have mercy on you. Because no one needs a cancer. Cancer kills people. And no one needs that. So recognize who is that cancer and cut it out. Take it out. Nip it in the bud. And move forward. And don't worry about what people think. If people want to talk bad about you, they're going to talk bad about you regardless. Be better than the rest. And know who you got with you. Know who your friends are. And know who ain't your friends. Don't lie to yourself about anything. Respect everybody like you want to be respected. And pay dues where they deserve to be paid. My name is Aaron Hill. This is Hold Still and Follow Me. And I'm signing off, gentlemen and women. Holla back.